Hey, you guys, Life Coach Bridget here to share some Me 3 love with you because that's what I do. Recently, I shared a video on TikTok. Actually, I did a duet um, with this other young lady who was speaking on protecting the black woman. All right. And in this video, to me, she was holding all parties accountable. All right. But some didn't feel that way. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to share the video with you. You guys take a look at it. Somebody sent me a comment, or somebody commented on the video that directed it directly for me. And so I responded to the video or to the comment accordingly. And I'm going to share that with you as well. But in the meantime, check this out. Tell me what you think.
In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his hands on a woman. We desire protection, but sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life. I have 4 brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations. Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and following their instruction. They don't have to come to my defense in some wild scenario, because if I listened to them, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. And this is another thing I feel like is pertinent to say, and I know folks ain't gonna like this one. I don't have sons right now, but when I do have sons, I'm gonna teach them that there's a difference between diamonds and dirt and rubies and rocks. Rubies and diamonds are often in jewelry stores. They're in glass cases, they're secured, there's an alarm system. There's a lot of layers of protection because those things are valuable. But you could pull over to the side of the road and find some dirt and rocks. Expecting a man to risk his well-being, his future, and his life on someone who does not see value in themselves or the man is asinine. That's a very asinine thing to ask. All I'm saying is protection comes with a little bit of sacrifice. It comes with a little bit of control. And me personally, I feel that what I have to sacrifice and the amount of control I have to give up is 100% worth it to receive the protection that I've been getting my whole life.
Now, mind you, I shared that video before. Okay, I actually uploaded it on my YouTube channel, and so yeah. Now, mind you, one of the comments that came on that post was why young girls are the main focus and not children in general. So I responded accordingly. Check this out, and let me know what you think. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Hey, you guys. My name is Bridget, and for those of you who don't know, I am a certified life coach, mother of 8, mom to many, to say the very, very least, okay? And a while ago, I shared a video, and the young lady was talking about, she was speaking on black women not being protected, okay? Now, mind you, that might have been the subject, but she went in, and the way she went in, she was holding all parties accountable. Well, on that post, I commented, and I said, I was responding to someone else's comment who said, and it might have been this young lady right here who I'm getting ready to respond to. It was said, why are girls the main focus, or we need to teach our sons. I can't remember. Okay, but you can go back and look at it. All right. And I know I responded saying that, well, we need to not only teach them that, but we need to, and I'm paraphrasing, we need to also teach our sons rejection, how to handle rejection, okay? Because many men don't know how to handle rejection, okay? And so then this young lady commented a couple times. So I decided to respond to this comment right here. And this one, she feels as though the women or girls are the main focus, okay? And pretty much blame is being pushed on them, and that's not the case. In that video, she spoke specifically on holding all parties accountable, all right? But let me say this. There was a time, or let me share this information with you. There was a time when there was a young man, and he was beating the hell out of this girl, this young lady on the streets, okay? My son ran across that street before I could get to him, okay? He ran across the street to help the young lady, but not, he was going across to get that guy up off of her because he was beating the hell out of her. And do you know that when he did that, old girl turned on him, on my son, okay? And so my son was like, F it, and, came on back across the street, whatever. So I said to my son, this is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't get involved in domestic violence situations at all. This is one of the reasons why men don't go to the aid or rescue of women, okay? Because oftentimes when that happens, she's not leaving him. She's not. She's going to go back and be with him, all right? And guess what could have happened? My son could have been unalived in that situation, like we've heard other men being unalived for trying to assist women from being hurt. So in the video, when the lady says, that you must listen, okay, it's important to listen. And that's for real, because I bet you a dime to a donut, that young lady who was being hurt on the streets, somebody had told her probably time and time again, girl, you need to leave him. You need to let his ass go. And guess what? She didn't. All right. Now, I'm not saying that's factual, but I'm saying hypothetically, okay? Or I'm even saying there's a strong possibility, all right, that that's what happened, because that was her man. The young lady, or the gentleman and his family, who goes to help the young lady at, I want to say Walmart. I might be mistaken. I'm not sure, but he was unalived for trying to help a young lady who was in a situation of a guy beating on her. And I'm not saying that that was her man or anything like that, because I don't know the facts behind that. I just do know that a man was unalived in trying to be supportive of someone who was being harmed. Okay. Now, the onus is not on just girls. The onus is on all parties involved, okay? If you go back and watch this video, I stated, and look at the comments, I stated in there that parents need to teach their sons how to handle rejection, okay? And girls, you need to listen, all right? Far too often it is said, girl, he ain't gonna do nothing, okay? Or I got this, or I can do this by myself, okay? And then when a situation arises that could have been avoided, then we want to cry out for help, okay? Now, true enough, we can't predict what's gonna happen, all right? And we're not asking to be assaulted by anyone, okay, at any given time. All right. But the world we live in, there's a strong possibility of it happening at any given time. Okay. So if some advice is being given to you, listen. That's all we're saying. Listen. Okay. Young men, understand this. And I just did a video on this on YouTube. Actually, it was a video that I just shared, yesterday or day before yesterday. Anyway, our young men, they need to learn how to handle rejection. And learning starts in the home. Parents, take your rightful place. Stop stepping away from your kids who are not playing sports, okay, when they hit middle school. Stop doing that, all right? You are needed. That is crucial times for young men and women, all right? I mean, hormones begin to start raging and all kind of stuff begins to happen. And if you've been telling him he's a king all this time and, you know, or you're my little prince, or you just so handsome, all right, and then he goes into the school, all right, and he has his eye on a certain young lady, and that young lady doesn't find him to be the king, the little prince, handsome like mama said he was, then guess what? When she rejects him, there's a strong possibility that he may hurt her. Now, does hurt mean physically? No. Hurt can mean verbally. You've probably been in a situation, I know I have, so I'll speak from my own personal experience, okay? There's been times when I would sit up and not, somebody would try to holler at me. I'm not interested, you know, and I may say to them, you know, if they say hello, I say hello, you know, can I talk to you for a minute? Nah, baby, I'm kind of busy right now, or I got a man, all right? And, you know, he says some slick shit. I don't know if y'all heard the song before, you know, I got a man. What your man got to do with me, you know, and stuff like that. Or he's calling you a bitch because you rejected him. He doesn't know how to handle the rejection, okay? Or there have been times when young girls, women as well, were told, girl, don't go over there. I don't think that's a good idea to go over there, whatever. Girl, I'ma go, ain't nothing gonna happen. And then guess what? Something happens. And now you like, damn, you know what that is? That's a damn, I should have listened. Okay, so if we're taught how to actively listen at home, if we're taught how important we are at home, if we're taught to be aware, pay attention, and to understand that it is very important to always expect the unexpected, then a lot of what happens could be avoided. Okay, and a lot of our young men wouldn't be in jeopardy when going to try to help a young lady who is being abused, who is being assaulted, and she was told in advance, okay, maybe on several different occasions, that she shouldn't be with him or she shouldn't be with her, all right, and she chose to stay in that situation anyway, all right. Now you just put somebody else's life at jeopardy who was coming to try to help you from something that you were already aware of. And again, you can't negate the fact that oftentimes in DV situations, and I can speak from personal experience, oftentimes the woman doesn't even leave the man. So he's beating the hell out of her and somebody comes to try to help, and guess what? That person gets hurt. That person unfortunately gets unalived, and you know what? That couple goes on about their lives, okay? So in that video, she wasn't putting all the onus on girls, and all the onus is not on girls, and I wasn't putting it all off on girls. I was holding everyone accountable. So actively listening is very important, all right? And because it's a comment, that means you can go back and reread it over and over. But you know what? I'm not knocking you at all. I appreciate you asking the question because you didn't know. And that's the beauty in you, okay? Not being ashamed to ask questions. I hope this helps. Hey, so I know that video was rather long, but I just thought I'd share it with you guys, because here's the thing. My main reason for sharing that is we live in a society where everybody just wants to point the finger at everybody. Nobody wants to take accountability for their own actions, okay? If the person is speaking from their perspective and they literally spoke on both sides, okay, gave their perception for both sides. You know, I understand how some people may hear things and it's a trigger for them. I understand how people listen just to react, just to respond, okay? And very few people know how to actively listen, okay? But once you learn how to actively listen and put aside your thoughts for the moment, all right, and then broaden your brain, Okay, open it up so that you can kind of see the whole totality of things instead of just looking at it from one side. And then things will work out better for you. Okay, you'll get a better understanding of things. But as long as you hear someone, if a woman hear uh, another woman speak on women. Okay, yeah, but men need to, ain't nobody talking about men. Okay, we're talking about women, so stick to that. All right, and you guys are going to hear me reflect on that past video I did where the gentleman was given the 10 questions, okay, that you ask ladies. Ask men these questions, and yeah, but we need to do one for the women, and ain't nobody gonna, I mean, what man gonna answer all them questions? You getting you're getting a suggestion, you're getting advice, not a one size fits all, okay, but you're getting some information from a man to support you, to help you. Okay, and yeah, but men ain't gonna do nothing but lie. He never said they would tell the truth. He just said, here's some questions to ask. Okay, that's your problem. You guys are so quick and so ready to rebut every damn thing. You miss out on stuff because you don't know how to listen. You're so emotional. Okay, you just are. Okay, and I'm not saying don't ask questions and things like that, because if you don't understand something, please, seriously, okay, ask. All right, but sit back and allow it to process first what you've heard. All right, and see if you can kind of figure it out, and if you can't, then yeah, shit, ain't nothing wrong with asking questions. Okay, and for real, there is no such thing as a dumb question. Okay, because we don't know the answers to everything, and we don't always understand a person's point of view. So therefore, to ask them for clarity, there's nothing wrong with that. To ask a question for an answer that you, or for a comment that was made that you don't quite understand, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But kind of check yourself. All right. Am I asking this question just for the sake of arguing? I just want to argue with somebody, or I just want to rebuttal. Don't do that. I told you guys a while ago in another video that I did, there was a gentleman that I would talk to, and it seemed like every time we couldn't have a decent conversation, because if I said anything, I don't care. Yeah, the light is red. Yeah, it's red, but it's more like a wild cherry red. It's not just red. It was always a rebuttal, which made me say, you know what? I don't even want to talk to him. I don't want to say nothing to him at all. And people will get that way to where they don't want to have anything to say to you or any of that. So, you guys actively listen. All right. And when a person talks, not everything warrants a response from you. And everything doesn't have to be so bad, so negative. So just, listening. I'm telling you, that's a powerful skill. Okay. All right, you guys. Yeah, I got to get some work done. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. Me three. Motivate, encourage, empower, embrace, because that's what I do. I love you guys to life.